So I'm sitting in church, as I used to do when I was 13 years old, and my dad had brought me to church, and we were sitting in the back pew about to listen to the minister preach their sermon. And the title of the sermon was Pokemon, Your Kids, and God. And so we're sitting there, and I had my Pokemon cards in my back pocket that I was going to trade with some kids at coffee time. I had my clear purple Game Boy in my pocket that I was going to play Pokemon with after church. And the minister preaches. And he preaches and he says that Pokemon is evil. That if you're a good parent, you wouldn't let your kids play it. That it teaches kids to want to capture monsters. And it teaches kids about the occult and witchcraft. And it teaches kids all the wrong, evil things in the world. My dad audibly rolled his eyes. In fact, he even said that you shouldn't let your kids collect the Pokemon cards. That if he saw at coffee time or any time at church kids had Pokemon cards, he was going to have words with those kids. And as I said, my dad audibly rolled his eyes, and as a 13-year-old boy, I wondered, I really don't feel like I'm learning witchcraft or learning about the occult. And what does God care, really, about what I do with my little Game Boy? My name is Reverend James Clark, and if you've listened to this video up until this point, you're probably wondering, with a title like God is Truth, what does that have to do with Pokemon? Well, I'll tell you. For years, the church has had its ministers stand at pulpits and create these moral panics, right? There were ministers who said you can't play Pokemon. There are ministers that said you shouldn't read Harry Potter. You can't play video games. All those things are evil. I bet even back in the day they said you can't watch Star Wars. Or if you even go further back, you can't listen to organ music. You can actually find a quote online of Martin Luther saying the organ is the instrument of the devil. And the reason why this matters and why it's connected to God being truth is we follow a God who says God is truth. And when churches and ministers say things like Pokemon is evil or Harry Potter is of the devil, they create these moral panics that most reasonable people know aren't true. And so the world has a decision to make. The people in certain churches are saying, listen, these things are bad, and telling falsifiable and truthfully false things. And then we have a God that says in the Bible that He is truth, and that everything that is true is God's. So the world says, well, these people in church clearly don't know God, if there even is one. This week at North Bramalea, we're going to be talking a little bit about what it means to say God is truth, because our Bible says it, and so often we as Christians don't live it. And so I invite you to worship with us this weekend over on YouTube at 2 p.m. or any time after that on Saturday or Sunday. Come and learn about, when we say God is truth, what exactly that means. I've been Reverend James Clark, and thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and God bless.